Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Submit. Yeah. 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 They said small business can't compete at the top. We pulled up to the federal table and we didn't stop. Read every document, broke down every page. This ain't luck, this is training, we're earning our wage. You want the contract, then you gotta put in work. Study the solicitation, don't you dare lurk. Find your soul, get your growth. Price it right, submit that proposal, it's your time tonight. Try, learn the game, submit, stake your claim. That's the aim. Proposal Pro Academy, remember the name. Try, submit, win. Try, submit, win. 400,000 businesses registered and waiting, only 3 bids average. Somebody's hesitating, not us, not here. We came to play. PPA taught us everything we need to say. We don't just dream it, we do it, we do it. We don't just see it, we submit it. Federal dollars on the table, small business we are. Proposal Pro Academy, where small business becomes federal royalty.
Welcome to the late night edition. I got something good for you guys tonight. I usually do this early in the morning, but I didn't do it this night. Tonight you're going to be able to call me and ask me any questions that you have. So, you know you gotta listen to our theme music first, but you can call me on the phone with the number that's called. Don't call me now. You gotta wait for the music to finish. But you can call me live tonight. I usually do this at 1 p.m. on Saturdays, but I'm doing it tonight. So call me live. Ask whatever questions you have.
PPA taught us everything we need to say. We don't just dream it, we do it. We do it. We don't just see it, we submit it. Federal dollars on the table, small business we are.
Proposal Academy.
Where small business becomes federal royalty.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Listen. I am standing today. Isn't it crazy? I am standing up today. But it's all good. I feel weird standing up. I used to sitting down. But what's going on, everybody? It's your favorite Federal Proposal Pro coach. And guess what we're doing tonight? We're doing something that I usually do in the morning time. I usually do during 1 to 2 o'clock p.m. Central Time. I'm going Call Me Live now. Late night edition. I usually do this in the morning, but I didn't do it this morning. So I am doing it now. So if you got a question, phone lines are open. You can call me and ask me whatever question you have and get your answers tonight. So we're going to be on here about 30 minutes. So if y'all don't take that advantage and call me, the number is scrolling on the screen right now. So there's no excuse. Phone lines are, wait, hold on. Let me check. Phone lines are open. The number is scrolling on the screen. Let me make sure the phone lines are open. Okay. Yes, the phone lines are open now. You can go ahead and call me. Call me on the screen. The number is, I'm afraid to say the number because I don't know if they like cut you off for saying the number. But the phone number is scrolling on the screen. So go ahead and call me. And you can call and ask whatever questions you have about government contracting, about anything. And we're going to get into it for about 30 minutes. So make your question good because I'm standing up and I don't stand up. So call me now. The lines are open. Excuse me. We're going to get into it, all right? So government contracting, y'all. I'm going to tell you something. Government contracting has been the best thing I have ever done in my life. It really has, because it has allowed me to have financial freedom, time freedom, generational wealth. I am able to travel where I want to go. I'm able to do what I want to do, explore how I should explore, and live life how I dream to do it. Yes, I have much more things that I want to do, and I'm going to do them. Because let me tell you something. Government contracting is not about a one-hitter quitter type of win. Government contracting is about winning consistently over and over and over again. For those of you just joining me tonight, I'm doing a Call Me Live night edition. Okay, that's a little creepy. I'm not doing anything scandalous. So let me stop doing that. If you want to call me, go ahead. The number is scrolling on the screen. You have a question about government contracting, go ahead and call. If you call and it goes straight to voicemail, if it just rings, hang up, call back. I am doing the calls live. You can see me. So if you hear somebody clearly, somebody's on the phone, you got to wait till they get off, okay? But you can call me live now. Ask whatever questions you have about government contracting or about anything. I'll be here for about 30, 45 minutes, depending on how many calls I get. Y'all know, 30 minutes. I appreciate you. But before we get started, I always do this. If you're not following me, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button. Make sure you're following me. Subscribe. Make sure you're following me and subscribing to this channel as I'm trying to grow my channel and get more people so I can get monetized and I can bring you more content. So, phone lines are open. Number is scrolling on the screen. I'm afraid to say the number because I'm afraid they may cut it off because I know TikTok does that. So the number is scrolling on the screen. Call me and we will get into whatever questions you have. Or if you have questions, if you're afraid for me to hear your beautiful voice, you can go ahead and drop the questions in the chat and I will answer them as well. Okay, so back to government contracting. So one of the best things I've ever done. It's so crazy how I got into government contracting. And I don't know for those of you who know my story is this. So I used to work at the Department of Homeland Security. That's TSA, the people that you guys do not pay attention to when you're at the airport, right? I was the model employee. Everything. They taught me to be by the book. I did everything that I was supposed to do right. And I thought I was the model employee. That is until they fired me for being a model employee. Now, some people might say, well, what you do that made them fire you? It's not necessarily what I did that made them fire me. It's what I guess I could have done. Because like I said, I'm a by the book person. And so when I'm by the book, I'm by the book for everybody, management included. But we're not going to get too much into that because that's a different story for a different night. So I got fired from Department of Homeland Security. I thought it was like the craziest thing because it was 2020. It was November. I think it was November 2019. It was November 2019. Y'all know that was before COVID hit. I think COVID really hit like around November, December. So maybe it was October. It was before COVID, right? Before we really knew what was going on. So COVID hit. I could not believe I just got fired. You know what? And the funny thing is, you want to know the funny thing? I was getting ready to quit in 2 weeks. I was actually getting ready to quit the job in 2 weeks, and they fired me before I could quit. Which, honestly, y'all, is a blessing in disguise, because if they wouldn't have fired me, I wouldn't have been able to get unemployment early before COVID hit. So, blessing in disguise, I didn't know that that's what that was. But, fired, couldn't believe it. So, I did what most people do. When they get fired and they need some money real quick, I joined the gig economy. Uber, DoorDash, and Instacart was my three go-tos. So I did that for a while, and then COVID really hit. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not about to do this. I'm not going to have to be driving no Lyft when COVID and people be in my car. Heck, no, I'm not doing that. So I had to stop doing that, right? I mean, I still did Instacart here and there. But remember, what I told you, they fired me 2 weeks before I was actually getting ready to quit. And guess what? My unemployment had kicked in. So I was good. People who were not able to get unemployment because COVID happened or it was trapped up in the system, I had already been taken care of because I had already been getting unemployment for a couple of weeks before COVID hit. So I was extremely happy. And so, yeah, I lived my little life for a year and a half because that's when COVID took place. A year and a half, y'all. We lived inside for a year and a half. Do y'all remember that? That's crazy. Why didn't I work out during that time? You know, we always talk about, man, I wish I had more time to work out. I wish I had more time to eat right. I wish I had more time to do this. And then we literally locked inside and we still don't do it. Ain't that about a beep? I should have worked out. I had plenty of time. But in any case, I was on unemployment doing all of that stuff for a year and a half. But as most things happen, the world started opening back up. Things started getting better. We got our first call. All right, y'all. All right, here we go. Hello, hello. You're on the phone with the Proposal Pro coach, Mr. Hunt. How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm laughing because I just put the feature on where you can say your name so I can actually say your name. It sounds like it's more professional, right? What can I do for you? Yes, I mean, you're the only one brave enough to call, so ask as many questions as you want. Okay.
Happened probably about 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago. I forgot how I got back into it. I'm like, man, I'm about to really check this out. So then I ended up getting registered at SAM. I think this November will be 3 years. I have not won a contract, and partly it's due to life reasons, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But two, like I bought like a little course. You know, when I say life reasons, I mean like time, like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, rude. Okay.
Competitive, so basically like don't even worry about it. Like, you know, I done had stuff like that, like, you know what I'm saying? But I just recently, like 2 days ago, got a decent sub that they pretty decent. Their whole team is all copied on the email. I talked to the contractor officer. They pretty cool. It's a state contract.
Mm-hmm.
I feel confident. Only thing I'm noticing is I need a couple more documents from them, but I know that on the contract it says bidders must show insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering that definitely has to come from me, right? Like I can't like basically like use the sub insurance or nothing, right?
Okay, so got a couple of questions in there. So first and foremost, let me ask you because before I get into your questions, you said you've been on SAM.gov. I don't know if you said it was for 3 years or something.
November.
No,
Yep, November be 3 years.
3 years.
November 1st.
Okay, and you said you submitted but haven't won anything. Let me ask you a question and be honest. No judgment here.
No, let me before you let me rephrase that. I have won one.
Okay.
But I had to give it back because I underbid. And it was a vehicle, because I was going after vehicle contracts heavy. Because, you know, I thought about like, hey, the car lots, they always thirsty when you walk. When you pull up, you can't even get out your car. So I'm like, that'll be good. But I was coming in super high. They wasn't giving me the right discount prices to be competitive.
Okay.
So the one that I got, I won. I was the lowest, but I was short a couple thousand, and I couldn't even make no profit. And the time that I put to get it delivered, because it was like some technical stuff they wanted on the truck, and the place that I talked to, I guess they overlooked that, and basically they said, oh, it's gonna take longer to get that part. So then I basically told the contract officer, like, you know what, I forgot exactly what I told him. I didn't tell him like, oh, I can't do it, but I just told him something. I can't think of exactly what I said, but basically I ended up giving the contract back.
Okay, so you won one, but you had to give it. But listen, that still counts as a win. So don't knock yourself off for that one. Okay, but since then, how many proposals would you say you have submitted? Be honest.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right?
Probably, cause I went a phase where I felt this confidence, and I was just putting them in back to back. Like I'm talking about, I was putting in a lot, thinking I'm doing something right. Then I think not even. I think the sub part kind of broke my confidence as far as like not being able to really connect with the right vendors and the right subcontractors.
Okay.
Like I feel like if I can get past that, I can. The sky's the limit. You know?
All right. Hold on. Cause I still ain't hit no number yet. Look, y'all see him trying to not answer the question, right? What's the answer?
No. I'll answer probably less than 5, honestly.
Less than 5 after 3 years. Okay, now let me say this.
No. This was the past. Like this was just last November that I got that contract, and since then, since now to November, less than 5.
Less than 5. Okay, so it seems like you won. It was exciting. Oh my God, I won. And maybe because you had to give it back or something that happened, maybe you got discouraged, and so you're like, man, I'm a bid, but I don't know if this is gonna work, right? So is that what you would say? Okay, cool. So first and foremost, I want to say congratulations. Let's not skip that for winning and being able to bid enough to actually win. Let me ask you if you remember, how many did you bid before you won? I know you've been in there for 3 years, but how many did you bid before you actually got awarded in that November? If you can remember.
Because it's been like I said, I get in these little spurts, and I'll go hard, and I'll get discouraged a little bit, because I say, honestly, the whole time.
Get to the answer.
I was just saying around, as far as, like, I looked at a lot of bids, thought I was going to bid on a lot of them, but actually submitted probably no more than probably,
no more than,
less than 50, like 12. I'll just guess 12.
Okay, finally. Ooh, I was getting great hands waiting for the answer. Okay, 12. You know what? That's amazing. So, first of all, people who are watching know that you can actually bid up to 12 and possibly win one. So, the point is to bid. Okay, I just want to throw that out there. Okay, so now to get to your questions. You mentioned that you kind of got discouraged because subcontractors was being rude and getting mean to you and saying, hey, we bidding on this and we bidding on that. So let me tell you, I'm not standing up for subcontractors, but let me tell you why they do that. Some of them. Because remember, you are bidding on one solicitation. That's on SAM.gov. SAM.gov is posted online for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of businesses to see and hundreds of thousands of businesses to go after. So some of the subcontractors that you may have called may have already dealt or may have already informed other people that maybe they weren't interested, or maybe, they've already given a quote to somebody, and then to get another call for the same thing, to have to say the same thing, and then to get another call and another call and another call and another call, and 38, 50, 60, 100 calls to this one person. How would you feel? Because y'all know good and well, y'all get them callers, them sales calls on your phone. You be like, I'm not interested. Why y'all keep calling me? Take me off the do not call list, right? That could be why some of them was snappy. So you kind of got to give grace to that, because think about it. This is a small business and y'all bombarding them with the same quote that they may not even want to participate in. So just kind of have a little sympathy when it comes to that. Just keep that in the back of your mind. Now,
I don't hold no grudge.
Okay, good. Good. Now
I had one guy. I was trying to get some bear trash cans. He was like, "You're like the 200 guy that called."
See?
I'm telling you, you might as well not even worry about it. So many people calling me. That basically how I kind of talked to him. His tone kind of changed. He was like, "But yeah, man, basically it's a lot of people calling about that. I mean to get upset at you." I'm like, "No, it ain't no problem.
Yep, that's exactly how it goes. Now, the subcontractor who said, "Oh yeah, we bidding on that." Listen. Don't feel down or don't feel like cheated that the subcontractor is bidding on the same one you're bidding on. And don't try to convince them to give you the quote, because you'll never win against that subcontractor, because of course you got to put your money on top, because you ain't doing this for free. If a subcontractor,
Somebody tell me that.
right,
Somebody tell me that we can still quote you, but you're not gonna be competitive.
yeah, you're not gonna win.
They still ain't gonna give you our number.
Yeah, you're not gonna win because they're always gonna be lower than you. So if you get a subcontractor that does that, just say, okay, thanks, and move on to the next one. It makes no sense to try to get the quote from them because it's not going to happen. Okay?
Yeah.
So those are those two questions. Now, for your other one that you mentioned, I'm trying to remember what it was because, you know, you took so long giving me an answer.
As far as like the contracting officer on the solicitation, it says all bidders.
Oh, insurance, yes. Great question. So, you think that you said, so I'm supposed to have that, right? The answer is no. No, you do not have to have the insurance because you are subcontracting out the work, and the person who has the work or doing the work should have the insurance. Now, what you can do is put yourself on their insurance, on their COI. Have your subcontractor put your name on your insurance, on their insurance. Now you're probably like, wait, what? I mean, I'm a random person. They're gonna put my name on their insurance. It is much more common than you think. Much more common than you think. And all you have to do is ask them. And they pretty much know how it goes when it comes to government contracts, government awards. They know that if you're subcontracting out the work, more than likely, if needed, you can put them on, they need to put you on their insurance. And it costs nothing to do. They just put you on there, give you the COI, you turn that in, and that's all good.
Yeah, I've seen something like that on ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is also saying that, you know, I got Claude in chat, but yeah, I definitely seen that. I just didn't know. Sometimes I like to hear from somebody that's actually doing it, because they send you off the wrong way.
Yeah, they do. But yes, absolutely, you can do it. So let me ask you this before we go. You have submitted 5, and that's still good. Within the fact that you're still submitting, whether it's sporadically sprinkled here or there, is fine. But what is your goal within the next month when it comes to this?
My goal, as far as, so I'm planning, so this one that I got, which I'm kind of confused because, like I said, it's a state, but it's an invitation to bid. But so, and this is another. I'm sorry, I got questions because that'd be my, like, I can put in all the work. I can put the most work in. Like I can do it. I can comprehend stuff. But like I said, it's talking to somebody that I can read it. I can watch videos. But when I'm talking to somebody and I get like an understanding, I'm taking off. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was with real estate and wholesaling. Videos. I ain't got no license or nothing like that to start wholesaling. So this one particular, it's an invitation for bid. But on the, so I'm using a software. I don't know if you ever heard of SAM search. Yeah, I'm using SAM search, which I like it. Like it got everything in there. Like it got all the state bids, all the federal bids. It got.
Okay, but hold on, wait a minute, because we kind of get on top. So my question to you was, what is your goal?
What's my goal?
In the next month?
So, you're right. I'm gonna come back to that. So the next month, my goal is to submit this contract, win this contract, and then with this company, I'm trying to lock in with them and basically like go after all the type of contracts that they can supply.
Okay.
Like, as far as like everything, like I'm gonna ask them for like the basically like their inventory, everything they supply, and go through and just go after all the contracts that I know that I can get with them.
And those are state.
Well, I mean federal too.
Okay.
Federal, state, both. Yeah.
So let me tell you this. Okay, so what I hear is my goal is to basically bid on this one solicitation, put all my hopes and dreams on there to win it so that I can then get with that person and try to win more with them, only them, and so we can win more and make money.
No,
That's
no, no.
that's what I'm hearing.
No, no.
That's what I heard. What y'all heard?
I'm still going after other stuff, but like my real goal is to lock in with vendors that I know that we can team up, like I can work with, and it'll make sense.
Okay. So your goal is to lock up. I get it. And somebody asked a really good question. What's the best way to keep your pipeline growing and organized? The best way is to partner with vendors, to have a list of vendors. I have a list of vendors. As a matter of fact, if you guys are vendors out there, you want to be my vendor, go to theproposalproacademy.com and register to be my vendor. But yes, having a group of vendors is great. It's amazing because you don't have to go search. You can call them out, get the quote, whatever. But the thing is, people are doing this backwards. I met somebody who is finding vendors first. I'm doing networking events. I'm doing this. I got a lot of people to do stuff with. But he not doing the one thing that's going to get those people and him money, which is going to find solicitations out there and going to submit. You can have all the vendors in the world. You can have all the connections in the world. But if you don't have the solicitations for them to make quotes on, it's pointless. So although you are trying to network and get your stuff together and submit this one and work with this particular person, the biggest thing you need to do is you need to go to SAM.gov and you need to go look for solicitations and you need to go and submit. Now you will find the vendors that you need and that you can network and that you can build a relationship based on the solicitations that you're working on. So a lot of people do it backwards. And you guys are doing it backwards. I need you to go out there, get your solicitations, start looking at what's available, and start finding your vendors based on the solicitations you're working on versus finding a vendor that can do the work for a specific or a certain type of vendor. Solicitation.
No, that's right. No, that's what I do. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Sam search, I get on there. I'll go through federal, state, all that, because they cover all the states. It's all in one place. So I'll find the contract that I want to bid on and then go do my vendor outreach.
Okay, that's not what I heard.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's not what I heard, but that's good. So
no, but it's just this particular one. Okay, so I found this bid and got in contact with other vendors and stuff, and this one just was responsive, and they like I said, they working with me. So that's why I said I'm gonna definitely get this one in.
Yeah,
still
absolutely.
looking for other contracts, still putting in more work and stuff like that, but that's what I'm saying. I want to kind of lock in with them too, and I'm not saying just them. Like I'm trying to lock in with other people. Okay, because
it sounds like
it's just.
You was tagging on. You was just tagging on. I ain't hear nothing else. But that's good. If that's what you're doing, that's good. Listen, there is always room to learn from more. There's always room to grow in your submitting process. Where are you located? You don't have to tell me your address, but your city.
Yeah. I'm in Fort Wayne, Indiana at the moment.
Okay, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Okay, cool. So just FYI, and I'm letting everybody know this, learning how to submit proposals in an effective way is the biggest thing that you can do to have a little bit more success in your bidding process. Because if you know how to do it, you've done it 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 times. You've done it 17 times. So you should be in like a good way of doing it. But there's always new things to learn. I am hosting a workshop in Dallas-Fort Worth, a 3-day intensive on how to submit the most effective proposals. So you might want to check it out. And if you want to book a call with me to talk about it more, you can do that as well. But what I'm going to suggest to you is you absolutely go to SAM.gov and start searching more solicitations. And yes, keep this person in your pocket. Keep this person in mind. But don't, hang like a puppy on them only. Spread your seeds. Oh, that did not sound right. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Right. And that's probably how I came off, but that's not what I'm like. I'm just, okay, so it just, locking in, because like I said, coming across, I've talked to so many different vendors, like, and it's like, man, like I had some that I lock in with the vehicles and stuff, but they be, like I said, the pricing just don't be right, or some, it just be some weird stuff with that. But yeah, I'm always keeping. I learned that from wholesaling. Like, you don't just get one deal and just sit and wait with this whole deal. Like, I'm just gonna keep moving my feet, keep going, keep working. Like, so. But the thing is, I just got discouraged with the vendor part.
Yeah.
That was the only thing. Like, submitting a proposal, I was trying to get super good at that. Like, okay, I know to get the package together, kind of getting more savvy with the what's the little I forgot the name, Canva, whatever site to do, like make it look nice and all that stuff. And yeah, like I it's just that one part. And then some stuff like I said, like this one is an invitation to bid. On the actual solicitation, it says close on July 2nd, and I talked to the contract officer, I emailed them, and they called me, and we was talking and stuff. Which they, I don't know, it was like it was cool. Like, I felt like ain't really nobody reaching out to him about that one. So he was like, yeah, it's July 2nd, but after, holidays and stuff, that next week we're going to announce the award. So I'm like, cool. But on the actual site, which I couldn't figure out where to put the bid in at, and two, it says due June 28th. So I'm like, why does the site say June 28th, but the actual document says July 2nd? So I'm like, that because of the invitation for bid, and it's going to open up on the 28th, then I'll be able to submit the bid, and I got 2 days, or what? Like, I was confused. Have you ever seen that?
Well, yeah, sometimes, it could be a typo error, it could be open, and then it'd be different in the solicitation documents. You just got to confirm it with the contract officer. That's all you have to do. But let me tell you, do this, because it seems like you have what you need. You have your game plan. You got your monthly, your goal. So, which is good. Stick with that goal. Don't stop. Things are going to happen in this process. You're going to get discouraged, but just know it only takes one to actually change everything. You don't want to stop because, you hit a roadblock. And those roadblocks actually help you propel yourself and help you to do better. It teaches you what and what not to do. So I appreciate you calling in. I appreciate your call. I do this every Saturday, usually between 1 and 2 p.m. So you can save this number if you want to and call me or text me anytime. I answer all text messages every Friday, and I go live on Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. based on my availability. So make sure you save this number and then call me anytime that you have questions, okay? But thank you so much for your questions, and thank you so much for being brave to call in and take up 20 minutes. No, I'm just joking. No, look, listen, he called in. He can take up as much. Y'all not calling, so he can take up as much time as he wants. But I really appreciate your call, and I hope to hear from you next time that, you've bidded and you won another one or you submitted 20.
Okay, yep, and I'm going to check out the link to your website.
Yeah, the Proposal Pro Academy is scrolling on the screen, right? Well, it's not scrolling on the screen. I'll put it on the screen if you're going to continue watching the live. But theproposalproacademy.com/training, or just the website you can go to. We have training options, and you can book a call with me to discuss further. But I'm so proud of you. Congratulations on your win. That is amazing. And hopefully you'll call in next week with some good news.
Yep, and one final question. I swear this is the last question if I can.
Yeah, go ahead. Nobody else calling, so go ahead.
Real quick. How long have you been doing it? And, if you don't mind, how many bids have you won?
Yes, so I have been doing this. Most people know my story. I have been doing this for about 3 years. I have submitted over 500 proposals. In 2023, I did a challenge with a friend where we were submitting a proposal a day. I got to 270 something, and then I don't know what happened. But we were submitting proposals a day. So out of 500, over 500, I've won 20 plus contracts with the federal government. Some of them are multi-year. Some of them were multi-year. Most of them were one-hitter quitters is what I call, like a in and out job. But yes, I have 20 plus contracts to my name, and I've been doing this for almost 3 years. and I've submitted over 500 proposals and counting because I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. So I got a lot of experience to give. I have a lot of advice to give.
How do you do a bit of, like, my friend, because I might be getting you mixed up with somebody else. Are you the one that I think I seen? It was 4 of y'all on the live.
Yeah, the Boom Group. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay, that is you. I remember seeing that. I follow all y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yep. And I think probably Wes was the one. I remember he was doing a bid a day.
Yeah, it was me and him. Me and him did a challenge for 2023 where we were bidding every single day. He stopped at 200 and something, and he started cheating and using other people to bid for him. But I actually bidded myself every single day. But he still said it still count.
Right. So is that kind of like what they call blind bidding? Like basically, like you don't have a vendor, you just kind of doing the numbers.
No, we were actually getting vendors. We were doing the work. We was putting in work. We called people, got the quote the same day. See, the way, like I said, I've been doing this three years, so I know how to get a quote over the phone, or I know how to get someone to get back to me. That's what I teach my students. So no, some of them, we were just blind bidding. Other ones, we were finding actual quotes. People were actually getting back to us.
Oh, that's fine. I like that. That's
Yeah. So absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you're following us. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed to this channel. I really appreciate you. Awesome.
Yep,
All right. Well, you have a wonderful night. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you.
All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right.
All right, guys. All right. You see that. He submitted 17 proposals in 3 years. Now, don't laugh at him, because how many have you submitted? Oh, okay. So he actually did some of the work. Now, of course, he can do more. He is going to do more, and I'm going to hold him to that. But that's the key. He submitted 12 and won 1. Unfortunately, he had to give it back, and that happens sometimes. You submit, you might overbid, you might have to bid it wrong, you didn't do the work right, or you didn't do the calculations right, and you have to give up your contract. And it happens, guys. You're not the only person that has happened to. Okay? It's not. You're not the only person that's happened to. But he still did the work. He still put in the bids. He still put in the time. You guys out there, some of you guys out there, not sure if this is what you're supposed to be doing, afraid to submit, nervous to win. But all you have to do is just do it. Just do it. 12. He won 1. I submitted 3, and I won my next one. On my 4th submission, I won. It only takes 1 to change everything. Which number is going to be your 1? I hope it starts with 1. All right, phone lines are open, guys. You guys can go ahead and call in. If you don't call in, we don't have anything to talk about, and I'll be off in about 15 minutes. But go ahead and call in. Go ahead and call in, and let's get it popping. While we waiting, I want to introduce you guys to my workshop that I'm having July 21st through the 23rd. Watch Us Submit Dallas, 3-day intensive, where you will come and you will learn how to submit the most effective or your first proposal ever. Now, I've been doing this for 3 years, and I got a lot of tips and tricks and goodies and gadgets that I use to help me be successful in this game, right? So day 1, you're going to break down the fears, break down all of the concerns you have. We're going to get into it so that we can wash all of that stuff away and we can start with a clean slate. You're going to understand how government contracting actually works, how the process works, how process works with Gov, how process works with subcontractors and everything. And guess what? I'm in a workshop that does this in the DFW area. If you're not registered in SAM.gov, guess what? You still can come to the workshop. Want to know why? Because I'm going to register you in SAM.gov too if you need to be registered. On day 2, we are getting into the nitty gritty. We are going to be searching SAM.gov. I'm going to teach you my special method on how to find solicitations that just got posted. You know, you be searching SAM.gov and you see a solicitation, you're like, ooh, that look good. But then if you notice the published date, it's like a month ago. So just like he said, somebody said, you're the 200 person that called me. I'm so sick and tired of blah, 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 blah. You're not going to run into that problem with the way that I search, because we're making sure we get solicitations that just got posted either that day or the day before. So you don't have to encounter too many of those issues. Okay, so we're going to learn how to search. We're going to learn how to go through the documents and read the solicitation. So many of you guys do not know how to read the solicitations. Y'all just jump straight to the documents and missing important details inside the solicitation on SAM.gov. We're not going to do that. I'm going to have you go through the solicitation and understand every single line so that you are an expert on how to read a solicitation. Then we're going to go through the documents and break them down. There are 3 certain documents that you must have in order to begin working on a solicitation. Yes, the documents, or yes, SAM.gov may have 15 documents attached, but you don't have to read all 15 right now. There's only 3 you need to worry about. And if you don't know, then I'm going to tell you right now. Scope of work, instructions to offer, pricing sheet. Those 3 documents are the main documents that you need to worry about when you're on SAM.gov and you're working a solicitation. Those are only ones you need to work. Oh, hold on. Technical difficulties. Those are the only ones you need to work on right now. We're going to break those down. I'm going to teach you how to break down a scope of work so that your subcontractor can get the quote back fast. You heard me just say 2023, me and Dr. Fisher, for those of you who know Dr. Fisher, we challenged ourselves to do a 365 submission, meaning submitting a proposal every single day. A lot of those proposals, I got the quote back very fast, within 2 to 3 days. Sometimes I got the quote over the phone. And that's because, absolutely, thank you. That is because I know how to talk to subcontractors to get the quote fast, because I know how to break down the scope of work. Let me ask y'all, no judgment. I swear I'm not going to judge you. How many of you on the scope of work, you actually send the entire scope of work to the subcontractor? You're on SAM.gov, you're looking through the documents, you see scope of work, you're like, yes, that's the document I need to see. You open the scope of work, it's maybe 5-6 pages. And you send the entire 5 to 6 pages to your subcontractor. Put it in the chat. How many of you have done that before? No judgment. And if you don't want to put in the chat, it's fine. But no judgment. How many of you have actually done that before? Nobody want to answer. Okay. Hopefully that means nobody's done that before, or maybe you have done it and you don't want to say anything. But it's all good. Because what I'm going to tell you is, don't do that. Don't do that again. Because the reason why you guys are sending that scope of work to the sub like that is because you don't know how to break it down. In the workshop, we are going to teach you how to break it down based on my SMARTS, SMARTS method that will get you the quote the fastest way. You're going to learn that in the workshop. You're going to learn how to read the instructions to offer, how to understand what the government is asking you to provide to them when you submit it back. You're going to learn how to go through the pricing sheet, make sure you're pricing correctly, and what to put your money on top. That's in day 2. Now day 3 is the day. Because now that we actually getting the quote, in day 2, I forgot to mention the most important part. You're going to be calling subcontractors. Yes, you. Not me. You. Every single person at that workshop is going to be calling a subcontractor. Everybody. You can't hide. You can't run. Okay? Everybody's going to be calling a subcontractor to get the quote. And we're doing that so you can get in the habit of knowing what to say, how to say it, being relaxed, not being nervous, and knowing how to get the quote. It's a process you have to go through. And as you can see, sometimes subcontractors are mean. Sometimes they yell at you. Sometimes they say, I'm bidding on it myself. Sometimes they say, I've already given you the quote. I'm not doing it again. We're going to combat all that. I'm going to give you responses for all of that. It's fun. Believe me. On day 3 is the day we're going to put our proposal together, price the money, decide how much you want to make. We're going to put the proposal together. We're going to make sure you have everything, that you followed the instructions. And guess what? We're going to actually submit the proposal. Not an empty proposal, not an empty piece of paper, an actual proposal with pricing that you actually could win, like Akia did in my last workshop. She came to the workshop, invested her money into the workshop, followed through. Everybody leaves with a submitted. Regardless, I lock you guys up in the room and tell you, no, I'm just joking. I gotta stop saying that because I don't lock you up, but you do submit. Everybody leaves with a submission. She followed through and she submitted. And she followed the instructions that I gave after the workshop. And she did what she was supposed to do. And she called me and said, oh my God, I won the proposal we submitted in the workshop. I won it. Ah, what am I to do? That could be you. Will that be you? Who's going to win that proposal that we're going to submit at the workshop? Will that be you? Telling you, this workshop is like any other workshop that you've ever been to. Go to theproposalproacademy.com/training and go get your ticket today. I'm actually having a sale right now, ends June 30th, where you can get $500 off of the original ticket price. So now is the time to get your proposal ticket. Watch us submit 3-day intensive right here. Oh, let me go to the page. This is the price, $19.97. It's originally $2,500. If you want this ticket, you want to submit, you want to go through the process, you want to feel confident, this is the workshop to be at. Tickets are now on sale. Fast action price ends June 30th. This will be going back up to $2,500. Do not miss this sale. I usually don't have a sale, but my team convinced me to do it for Juneteenth. And so I'm doing it for my people. So make sure you come and get your tickets. All right, guys. Who else is calling in? Am I done for tonight? Are we finished? You have no more questions? Oh, is nothing? Dang it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Because my thing is about to go out. Ooh, 2 minutes. All right, y'all. Any more questions? Go ahead and call in. Let's see. I also have some I submitted. They said I wasn't registered, but I was with the site, not the state registered. Oh. Okay, cool. So you had submitted some proposals, but you wasn't registered on the site for state. So that's why you wasn't winning. Oh. See, I don't even do state state proposals. I don't even do state proposals. Because not that I can't, it's just that I don't need to. The federal has so many proposals out there, and it's like, you know, I heard state was a little more complicated. And that doesn't stop me at all. It's just federal is so easy. I have so many. Okay? But either way, you do federal or state, I'm so proud of everybody who's out there submitting. And I cannot wait to hear your stories of how you won your first one that changed your life. I cannot wait. All right, guys. Phone lines will be open for a little bit more. If you got questions, you better call in. The phone number is scrolling on the screen. I can take one more question, and if you don't have any, then I'm going to go ahead and jump off. I usually, once again, do this Saturday afternoon between 1 and 2 p.m. You guys can actually save this number. You can call this number anytime, leave a voicemail. I will respond, and I do respond to all voicemails and text messages every Friday, and I go live on Saturdays. But maybe I might start going live and doing this phone lines open every now and again during the late night session. Okay. During the late night session, during nighttime. So for those of you who can't get on the phone at 1 or 2 p.m. on a Saturday, which you can, but you don't, maybe you can call in. But you got to call in, guys. I'm here to answer your questions. I don't know many people that do this type of forum, but I am here to answer your questions. So I'm gonna keep the phone lines open 2 more minutes. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. Please make sure you're following and subscribing. I mean, not in the comments. Please call in. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel. And if you're looking for an amazing 3-day experience on how to submit your first or most effective proposal, go to the proposalproacademy.com/training. It is, it's not in the description, but it will be in the description on this page. Once we end, I'm going to put it in there. But you can visit the proposalproacademy.com/training to get your tickets. June 30th, the sale ends, and we'll be going back up to regular pricing. So don't miss it, okay, guys? Don't miss it. So we got 2 minutes left. Call in if you want. I'm going to call you back in a few weeks, tell you I won. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it. I love that. I am bidding more. Because if you don't bid, you definitely will not win. Point blank. If you need help bidding, you know where to find me. All right, guys. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead, since nobody want to call, I'm going to go ahead and, play us out.
Yeah.
Because this is my theme song, y'all. Yes, I do have a theme song for the Proposal Pro Academy. Submit, win! You got to submit to win, guys. Alright, guys, I appreciate you driving and joining me tonight. Thank you so much. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel so that you can catch me when I go live. I'm trying to build my channel. You are absolutely welcome, guys. Just remember, I'm here to answer whatever questions you have during this time. Please utilize me. That didn't sound right either. But you know what I'm trying to say. Use my brain for your knowledge. I got you. Proposal Pro Academy. Remember that name. Train, submit, and win. Train, submit, and win.
400,000 businesses registered and waiting, only 3 bids average.
Y'all hear that? 400,000 businesses. That's real stats. That's real stats.
We don't just dream it, we do it.
We do it.
We don't just see it, we study it.
You don't just dream with me. You do it and you study it. Because you able, y'all. Submit and win. That's all it takes. Submit and win. Submit and win. Okay, y'all.
Small business can't compete at the top. We put up to the federal table and we didn't stop. Read every document.
I hope y'all dancing. Y'all dancing? Y'all jamming to my song? You want the contract, then you gotta put in work. Study the solicitations, don't you dare lurk.
Find your sub, get your quote.
Get your quote.
Price it right. Submit that proposal.
It's your time tonight. Train. Submit. Win. Proposal Pro Academy. Remember that name. Train.
400,000 businesses registered and waiting, only 3 bids average. Somebody's hesitating, not us, not you. We came to play. PPA taught us
PPA teaching you everything you need.
We don't just dream it, we do it.
We do it.
We don't just see it, we submit it.
Federal dollars on the table. Who ready for them federal dollars? Who ready for them federal dollars? Submit win, y'all. Proposal Pro Academy. All right, y'all. That's it for me tonight. I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Bye.